All right, we have successfully gotten Humpty Dumpty back together again. So luckily I had the stock tail piece. We have now replaced the tail light. It offered some integrated turn signals that would flash in there. Oh, this is actually brighter than stock. But I'm gonna still use the ones on the tail tidy. Something with the load and the volt, it just wasn't working quite right. But what it does do is when you hit the brake, it'll automatically flash it every time, which is nice. And it's really freaking stupid bright, obviously. So we've got that. My turn signals on the tail tidy, that all seems to work. We're using the stock tail, so yeah, I don't have the seat cowl anymore, but I'm not gonna spend another 450 bucks. And then the only other things that were wrong with it was that plate right there. I got most of the stuff done. There's a tiny nick right there. And then there's that one scratch. That's it. So I'm gonna find a decal that sits in this space here and that'll cover it up. I did find a price for these. I think they're about 180 bucks. So if I decide I need to replace it, it's not that expensive. It's cheaper than I thought it would be. No scratches here. This is bent back to position down here. So we're good. So we got everything back together, got her polished up. And unless you knew to look for that little tiny scratch, you'd never know anything happened. So gonna go ride for today and see how it rides. I've got this 14 tooth sprocket I want to put to give more drive going down one tooth in the front. Apparently if I do that, it's gonna cause some glitching with the quick shifter and the traction control. The way they set these things up now with the Euro 5 regulations, everything is so strict. The days of tuning and being able to do what you want with bikes are slowly coming to an end here. So even now, something as simple as changing to a different final gear ratio, the system goes, because if you do that, then you might be running higher RPMs at a given speed, which means you're putting out more emissions and killing more polar bears. And so you got to pay $900 to get the ECU flashed to be able to use a different sprocket, which to me is just asinine. If I'm going to spend the money on that tune in the box to tune it, I'm gonna wait until I get the exhaust, and then I need a full tune for, unlock the power and get the fueling right anyway. So I guess I'm just gonna hold off on the sprocket swap for now. But at least it's all back together, and things are good now.